Good day. I'm the Reverend Ronald Nathan, and I'm the minister of the whereGod AME Zion Church, which is located in Jackson, in the parish of St. Michael on the island of Barbados. Welcome to our meditations, a psalm a day. Today's meditation is the title If, and it comes from Psalms 124. I want to read the first 3 verses, which states, "If the Lord had not been on our side, let Israel say. If the Lord had not been on our side, when people attacked us, they would have swallowed us alive." The keeping power of God that has changed the quality, purpose, and destiny of our lives is what the psalmist is testifying about. He uses that particular term, if. When the conjunction if is used in English, it speaks of a particular thing that can or will happen only after something else happens or becomes true. If proposes a possible change of circumstances, agendas, and outcomes. We are told that a conjunction is a part of speech that is used to connect words, phrases, clauses, or sentences. Conjunctions are considered to be invariable grammar particular, and they may or may not stand between the things they join together. It is important for us to be aware that the writer of this, the 124th Psalm, is speaking of his people Israel. They had a history of joining their future with the direction and aspirations of their God. So the writer is urging Israel, the people of Israel, to speak up and give testimony to what God has done on their behalf. So when he introduces the conjunction if into this song, he is deeply aware that it joins the efficacy of God with the needs of humanity. He's establishing the fact that had it not been for God, they would have no past, no present, and no future. From his vantage point, as a citizen, as a member of the temple staff, he is quite clear that God has been on the side of Israel. So let me say that again. From his vantage point as a citizen located in the capital of the nation, Jerusalem, as a contributor to the holy songs and hymns of the Torah, as a participant in the worship rituals of the temple, he is aware that there were those who were resistant to the following of the teachings of the law. And so he's calling them out and he's saying, speak up. Speak up. If God had not been, where would we be? The writer also felt that he had to put it out there that the Lord is on their side and that there is evidence to prove it. Our reality is that we are living in a hostile world where evil exists, and one has to find protection against that evil. those who turn to God create a divine arsenal, one that would support them throughout their lives. The writer summarizes this in verse 8 when he says, "Our help is in the name of the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He has conjoined or entered into an alliance with God to be our help and our defense." In putting together a report of the conflict situation at the battlefront of life, he says, "When they attacked us, we would be in trouble had it not been for this divine arsenal." Prayer and fasting, the ability to meditate on God's word, the ability to come together in community to worship God, to sing his praises, and to bring one's needs before God is to change our frame of reference so that it creates faith, purpose, and security. Yes, these you cannot buy in a gun shop and is not traded by military suppliers. They would have eaten us alive, the psalmist says. We would have been drowned by the flood of the enemy. We would have been swept away by their ferocious anger. But for the Lord being on our side. And so we thank God that this writer wrote the way that he did. We thank God that in his presence, we know that we have security. The lesson for us as we live in our sophisticated and technologically modern world is that we still live in times of envy, strife, and bitterness that leads men and women, boys and girls, managers and employees to hate on one another. Our hostility between ourselves and our violence among ourselves is written into the history books. And for all of our advances in this, the 21st century, we have not been able to eradicate the impact of sin on how we relate to one another. Had it not been for the Lord on our side, the question is asked, where would we have been? Thank God for the divine conjunction, if. If this meditation has been a blessing to you, we ask that you would please subscribe to our YouTube channel, that you would also pass on the link to your family and friends, and give us a thumbs up. God bless you, and have a great day.